Dang. Oh, man. Dang, look at the little. Yeah. 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 Now play. Let me stop. Oh, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. Could you be my, could you be my neighbor? I always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I want to, I wanted to do something real quick. And that was address something that I don't think is addressed without controversy, malice, and one ear out the other. I've been fortunate to be cool friends, comrades, associates, hombres, whatever people is calling each other these days in these fields, with a bevy of very influential men and very influential women. I won't say their names, but you can see them on Instagram if you want to be able to pop them up, right? The quote unquote black man, black woman relationship dynamic is over. It is. It just is. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of disingenuous stuff that happens in these conversations. Nobody says what they want and what they would be willing to do in order to get what they want. See, it's a whole acceptance of what it is that you have and what it is that you want. See, I can look at an empty field and say, I have 1 acre of land and it's potholes everywhere. I'm going to have to dig a couple of ditches, get some irrigation going on. I'm going to turn this part into a farm. I'm going to get the plumbing system and all this stuff heated. That's what you want, but it's not there. So the conversations that we have are disingenuous at best. Ladies, the majority of black men don't have kids. They don't. So when there's a push towards men and kids and stuff, y'all typically are not the first baby mama. And if you are, then he goes out and he has another child. Because that man is more desirable for some women to see, oh, he got a kid. How you do with that kid right there? No, not bad. It's like looking at the previous owner on certain things. Like, oh, yeah, that's how he does with that child. Oh, he loves kids. Shoot, you can add another one. Opposed to taking a chance on somebody else who doesn't, because then that comes with certain regulations. Ladies, the men that y'all want is like this much. Like, I'm being fair. Like, bro, I can't. Some of the men that y'all want, like, it's like, here's all the men in the world, right? I'll just give y'all an illustration. Here's all the freaking men in the world. And y'all want this many, like this much. You don't think this many women wanting this amount of men, you don't think that these cats don't know this? It's like the vice versa over to the men's side. Fellas, to be a great leader means to lead in abundance from doing and bringing somebody else up. I still will never understand. Somebody has to tap me on the head to make me understand this. When these cats claim to want a woman to do all of these things and they go on these ridiculous shows, to pop the balloons, the 20v1s and all of this stuff, right? I don't even use 20v1 because that's a little different, because the women are coming up to you and then they get a chance. You get the chance first, they get the chance, and then boom, right? So the pop the balloon stuff. And it's always this heavier set woman, gorgeous. I didn't see like the thick women, the bigger women that been on there, bro. They've been fire. I'm like, this how they coming? Yeah, I ain't looking. I'm not looking for nobody, anything like that. I'm not on a search. But I will say it's been some very attractive women. But it's like, bruh, you don't think that you can't take that woman, take her to the gym, get that healthy lifestyle in? So now you're able to lead. She already likes you. The like part is there. The trustability is there. All of that stuff is already there. What you want, it's like looking at a car that got some dents in it and it needs to be cleaned up. And yeah, a couple little here's and there's. But hey, the mileage is low. Hey, that engine good. Yeah, the interior, flawless. You just got to worry about the aesthetics. You tell me you can't clean that up. Then we have the biggest thing that is hurting our community: the acceptance of gluttony. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell y'all something emphatically. Being fat is unhealthy. 39, you fat. True. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Being fat is unhealthy. Being out of shape is unhealthy. It will kill you faster because you're going to die anyways. This acceptance of, oh, big and all this stuff and everything for men and women is bad. It's bad. It's not going to lead to anything in the long haul. It's going to lead to morbid obesity, diabetes and cancer, heart attacks. These things, heart disease is a real thing. So that right there is one of the worst things that is happening to our community, the acceptance of gluttony. The women who watch some of these videos, I just watched this dude this video, and bruh, I thought it was pretty stupid. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought it was pretty dumb. If I can find it, I will. But basically, essentially was this. This man sat up here, 38 years old, had a woman, I don't know what ethnic group she was. She wasn't black. And I'm not saying, once again, let me put this out there. If you are a black woman and you done found that whatever the hell outside of black and that's what you want, cool. You're a black man, you find whatever you saw outside of, cool. I don't care about any of that stuff. That's not what I am talking about. What I am talking about essentially is that there is a weird propensity that we have. And it's like, what in the world are we doing? I feel like us blacks in relationships, I'm gonna pop up again, are in competition with each other. I'll get to that. Trust me, it's going to get done. The man got on there and was essentially saying he wanted a poly relationship, but said he wanted 7 wives and has 13 children. Why are we talking to him? Why does his voice matter at all? Why does a man who lives a life like that, why does he matter? Why does he piss you off? There has to be an existence of a world where we understand that what you want in life, you have to go for, while not tripping off of what you don't have. While looking at somebody else's plate and saying, I want that too. This dude had so many people in the comments pissed off. And I'm looking at the comments like, y'all think y'all gonna change him? What you fear is your place within a relationship when all you have to do is come out and say exactly what you want in a relationship and it will be received. But also say, like I said in the beginning, what are you willing to give in a relationship? There's a line that nobody is willing to sit up here and stand on and say, I'll reach over if you reach over. It's all here. Let me protect. Let me protect. Let me protect. Why? Why? Married to black women, y'all tripping. I don't even get what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Now, the majority of black men are married to black women. And the funnier part is this. When Boosie said the successful black men that got all the money, bruh, they are married to black women with a lower divorce rate than anybody. Once you hit that 200,000 mark, bro, the divorce rate goes down to, I think, like 11%, which is the lowest of any group in America. It just is what it is. You want to know why? Unfortunately, there's just certain things once you hit a certain level that some women just gonna accept. Because to trade away all of these things, all of this security, all of this safety, because this moron is doing something that I thought he might do. Ain't gave me no STDs, ain't gave me no baby, ain't doing nothing, ain't making me look stupid, doing a whole lot of stuff in secret. And I'm not telling any woman you had to accept it. I'm not saying, no, baby, go ahead and accept it and let him do what he do and all that stuff. And I'm not saying a majority of men cheat either, because 28% of men cheat, 26% of women cheat. And trust me, I done slept with enough married black women to know that here, that might be more true than not. Matter of fact, I ain't even finna do all that. Been married 15 years, know over 50 people in my hometown living happily ever after. All I'm saying, laughing emoji. Yeah, but your small, tiny town is an outlier. So that doesn't necessarily factor into anything, with no disrespect to you. Every black person that I know who doesn't have a felony owns a firearm. Does that mean all the black people I know own a firearm? Once again, still small. It's not the majority. It's not the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. So then let me answer this then from Dallas. Let me ask you this question. Why are black women the least married then in America? 1 out of 4 will marry. Didn't bring up that. I'm in California. Only married women I know are married to men in prison. All the rest of them ain't. There you go. There you go. That's what they want. No, it's called the majority rule. 51% is the majority. 49 is the minority. Your small city in your state is not the whole entire spectrum. That's what you don't understand. And history does not repeat itself in certain instances. That is not true at all. We are living in a Western civilization. We ain't living in the civilizations that they do over there in the East. It's not true at all. Culture dictates everything. Nobody has been in this space nor this place at all. The only thing history will repeat is people want more now, faster, in abundance, and do less. Hence why the will was created. Hence why the will was created. I'm from California. I've never seen black ownership until I went to Atlanta. So what you're saying is only your reality, which is not real, but only to you. And I don't even know if you're telling the truth. Yeah, you're speaking in your own eyes. A microcosm of a microcosm. Yeah, I don't want to hear that stuff. Microwave society, bro. No, the wheel society. The wheel was created before the microwave. They put microwave society. They put microwave society because it's more relatable. Nobody cares about the wheel anymore. You'd have to do a lot of explaining. That's how they do it. I get what you're saying, but it derives from the will. Let me help you out. The will was created to do what? Haul more faster. Before, you'd have to carry it by hand. Then they learned to put it on stuff and just drag it. Then they learned, hey, we don't have to drag it. We could put it on this wheel. We built something to put it on the wheel. The wheel takes a lot of the weight off. That's why it's the wheel first. Chill a bit, Seti. No, get up out of here, man. You can go. You can bounce. Peace. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. No. You can have your opinion, but telling me what to do, that ain't gonna fly. Bye. That's not how I operate. Because in real life, I just leave you smooth alone. You ain't gotta worry. Oh yeah, you need to do this. Yeah, I'm gone. Peace. Who you think you talking to? But I'll dismiss you. It's peace. Oh man. But let's do this. The Pew Research Center in Dallas, Texas, the marriage rate prevalence rate for black adults is lower compared to white and Asian adults and is lower than the national average for black adults. While the Pew Research Center reports that 33% of black adults are married. So 33%. The Texas Consensus Bureau reports that in 2022, 33.5% of black or African Americans were married. That suggests that the marriage rate of black adults in Dallas may be similarly or slightly lower than overall Texas rate. So outside of your city, 0.5 are getting married more. So actually, your city is worse. Shout out Dallas. Only 33%. Like I said, 51 is the majority. You gonna argue that one? Okay. Probably gonna call that wrong too, right? All right. Because you know the census, you know taxes, you know all that stuff that goes into their research, right? Because you're operating without a social security number in America. And I'm assuming you've never filed taxes ever, and you file taxes single if you do, right? That I'm gonna give you every caveat that you have. Just got on here and said, well, in my small town, we're all married. And you talking about a couple of people that you know. Married people tend to want to hang out with who? Married people. Nigga, if I'm married, I'm not trying to hang out with some single dudes. That'll get me in trouble. I'll be reporting back to my wife like a slave. You's gonna get me in troubles. I don't want no problems with the wife here, sir. I just don't know what you think you's trying to do, but I'm not going back homes to this. Oh, no. My wife, she's gonna be mad. Single, bro. I've hung out with married men, bro. Date be like this. They got time for one drink, a couple of jokes. All right, you guys. Yeah, my daughter got a piano recital in the morning. I'll catch up with you guys. They hang out for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then they adios. And shout out to the married men. Listen, I personally want to see that marriage rate triple. I want 90%. I'm tired of listening to dudes say the dumbest thing in my life. This is one, and I went off on a youngin' about this stuff. I'm tired of y'all having sex with these women without condoms and getting them pregnant and saying, well, I won't marry her. You just committed 18 years. What are you talking about? You want another dude to raise your child? What are you talking about, bro? Like, what are we doing here? You telling me you can hit this raw, risk so many infections and so many STDs consistently, constantly, give her a whole entire child, but you draw the line in marriage. You think she finna get alimony or something? Oh, child support. If you ain't in California, you'll do a little bit better. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm never clapping nothing in California, bro. California and Texas, zip. Even though I'm about to move to Houston, but still, yeah, California, Texas, zip. Yeah, that's how I'm coming with it. It just is what it is. But that's my message to the young men. Like, bruh, it's cool to commit yourself. Ladies, it's cool to commit yourself as well. Some of y'all lie. Y'all say this BS right here. Well, I cook and I clean. You doing this? Now, don't get married in California. I'm not saying that. Y'all say this. I cook and I clean. Really? You do this every day? No, y'all don't. Ladies are some of the biggest effing liars when it comes to relationships and what they say they do in relationships, because it's not true. It's 100% not true. Fellas, if you get a chance to, and some of us do, some of us don't, date a woman who has it all, and then you have it all as well, and do not move in with her. Wait about 6 months, to the point where you have access to her place, she has access to your place. Then you'll get to see how clean she really is. All this whole act like they just wake up every day and birds are chirping and they get to singing and get the broom and the bonnet on their head and music is playing in the background and they got the stove going and all that, and you just sitting back kicked up like this. What woman can I text today and cheat and mess up their whole entire lives? Right. And she's just over there sitting up there cleaning up everything. Right. Y'all know that's not true, right? Do we understand that part is not true at all? We understand that that's one of the biggest lies. These women ain't cooking every freaking day. They probably cooking no more. If it's a good woman, cooking 4 times a week. Cooking about 4 times a week. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? I got to be doing one or the other. And then when you tell them these things, like you call them out on it, they swear, no, I do this, I do that. Word. Can we be honest? They don't want to be honest. How about this? Can you print up your credit card statement? We don't got to say how much money you got. Your bank account statement, and then see how many times you went to the grocery store, went to Wally World, we don't go to Target no more. But can y'all see real quick like how all this stuff is? You're going to see little quick here's and there's to a couple fast food restaurants, going out to a couple of other restaurants, don't know how to spend their money. I feel like marriage is a thing of the past. Today's kids and people coming up don't care about marriage or commit because everyone has options. You've always had options. It's your ability to stick to one option that shows how dedicated you are. The problem with today's society is that in order to be great, it's far easier because so many people fall at the wayside. I damn near can guarantee you, if I was in my 20s, right? I'm 35 right now. If I was in my 20s and I was running the clubs like I used to, when I had no money, niggas was broke, bro. Like, niggas used to have $3 you call us. This used to be the nights on Sundays when niggas used to step in there. What me, what do? What do? I'm married, and at 12, I would be married for 2 years, but we've been together for 7. Shout out, and I hope it's forever. If this world were mine. That's what he better be singing when when that hit 12. I'm joking. And that right there too. Don't let no other men tell y'all how to run y'all relationship. I literally had the whole conversation. I told y'all, hey, men, women don't do this. I mean, women stop doing this when they try to sit up here and bash your head over with the Bible and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't even read the Bible. I'm a Jew and I know the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And listen, the stuff y'all say, y'all very selective and picky and all this crap and everything. So, and I'm not saying you. I'm just saying don't be like, Sadie Nash said you're supposed to wake up and sing to me. So, yeah, get to it. Don't ever do that. Don't ever bring no Sadie Nash said this. That is that man's house. That's that man's house. That's what's happening with religion right now too. A lot of married couples, a lot of people that are dating that go to church, they'll say this. Well, the pastor says you can do this. The pastor don't pay my bills. I just seen the pastor over there flirting with one of the choir people. Or the pastor don't look happy in his marriage, so how you gonna tell me? Everybody Muslim nowadays and days out of nowhere. That's their thing. How you feel about single women? Tell their relationship friend how they should act in a relationship. I don't. I hate. I despise single women hanging out with women in relationships. I despise it. I do. When my ex, I remember blatantly telling her something, and then somebody else decided to tell her exactly what I said I was going to do, but they said it in a negative connotation. And my ex at that time was like, "Did you do that?" Mind you, I never cheated on my ex. Couldn't. She's way too gorgeous. I couldn't do that. She's stupid. I've been crying. She would have cheated on me back. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. No, what happened was when I was doing, because I used to have a film company. I still have a film company. And my film company, what I did was I said, I'm going to have I don't know what I called her, but I gave her a dope title. I called her like an assistant manager or something like that. I think that's what it was. Anyway, she was the title of right next to me and making decisions as well with pay, with things that we were doing, with shooting schedule and all this stuff. Like she was right there. That's my right hand woman, because I don't want to call her a man, of course. But I told my girl before, even though, she trusts me anyways, I was like, yo, we finna go to Walmart over here and look at creating what's called squibs. If you don't know what a squib is fake blood that you use. And it's typically, and this, I'm just giving y'all, this is how you know Ceddy Nash is really doing movies. Typically a balloon, you get some fake blood, you get a turkey baster, push that thing in there with the fake blood, and then boom, right? You get some tiny washers, some fishing line, and some super glue, right? You get those washers, you put the, what the hell is it called? You put the fishing line inside the washer, tighten it up real good, get a nut string pull, and then you put the super glue right there on the balloon. You put the balloon on somebody, you get like a little piece of cardboard or something like that, like a little shirt to go up under the bottom of that, particularly a shirt that they don't need anymore, and then you put a little cut inside. So when you shoot, bang, you pull the freaking what's the name, and the blood flies out. Cheap music, trick and cheap movie tricks, right? So me and her, and granted, she's gorgeous. I'll give you that. I typically surround myself with gorgeous women. So she's gorgeous as hell, but she's also married. And we in Walmart. And it seems like, best decision never shot out. And it seems like we in a relationship because it's laughter, it's ported, I'm grabbing. I'm like, you want this? You think this? Because she already has expertise in it. She works in Hollywood right now. Somebody decided to hit my ex and was like, hey, yo, man, he in Walmart with a woman. And they look like they was having a fun time and flirting and all that. And my ex called me, hey, who was you in the store at Walmart with? I was like, I'm with old girl. She right here. We getting ready to shoot this movie. You all right? Everything good? Well, they said, I told you I was taking her to Walmart. How do you know who the right woman for you is after you start making $100K? The right woman, listen, bro. I'm going to be fair, and I'm long way. I swear to God, thank you for asking that question, because that was one of the things I was scared of, still am to this day, is once you start making money, once you start making real good money, that money where you ain't got to worry too much about your bills like that, like, it ain't like, God, I don't know how long I'm gonna be at this job. I need to search for another job. When you get them nice jobs and them nice paychecks to where you just chilling and you like, all right, I can't wait for the next day. Honestly, you should be looking for that woman way before. There is a reason why you don't see my cars. You don't see my big old house. You don't see none of that crap. My house is very, very nice. I'm just going to put it this way. My house is very, very nice. It's 4 bedrooms, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, 2 living rooms, 1 dining room, 2 entrances, 1 big old backyard with a shed, 2 flower boxes, a decked out deck, and 2 yards. And y'all ain't seen that crap at all. Yeah, my house nice as it. I ain't gonna. My house very, 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 very nice. This is just my podcast. You feel me? I can go on the other side of my house to my other house. I have what's called an in-law suite. Yeah. It's like, you got 2 kitchens. What you got 2 kitchens, 2 living rooms for, bro? Like, what you doing? And it's not a brag. Trust me, it's not a brag. It took me suffering from 17 all the way till I got to 35 to get here. Think about that. That's all. No. Yeah, that's 18 years. It took me 18 years to get here. 18 years to get here. This didn't happen overnight. My search for the woman, though, that I had wanted started when I was 30. I spent my 20s single because I understood that I wasn't ready for no doggone relationship. I got this thing right here. I got my abs. I got my reputation. Dangerous reputation at the time, too, but I got my reputation. I got my whip. You know what I'm saying? I never been no flashy cat because I always thought you get flashy, bro. They going to be on you. They going to be watching you. It's too much stuff. You get what I'm saying? So, and there was that part that existed, but also at the same time, too, that's when you want to search. You want to search once you start figuring out that you want more solidarity in life and you're no longer chasing. That's when you start to search for your woman, for your wife, is when you realize what you want in life and you start to bring it to you and start to, instead of chasing. And what I mean is this, right? When you start realizing, why don't I just own this house? Why am I paying all the rent, bro? Dude, the taxes on this? What, I can get my tax break from this? Buying this house? I ain't got to worry about nobody putting me out. I ain't got to worry about this. I ain't got to worry about a bevy of things. Then if you talking about generational wealth, you don't need to. Bro, listen. Y'all want generational wealth? You want the biggest secret to generational wealth? Buy you a house, get you a whole life insurance policy, about $70, $80. That's going to be about $30,000, $40,000 so you can get buried. And then the generational wealth is your house. The generational wealth is your house. Then when you have kids, your kids decide to go out to the world and try to conquer, they know that if they fail, they can come back home. Don't let them stay too long. Kick them out. But you don't have to hurry up and force your kids out because rent keeps going up. Making your kids pay because rent is due. And those 30 years gonna go by quick. They are. They are. They just are. Fellas, the women that y'all want, say it. Say it. And then say the reason why. If you say, because a lot of these ladies are so enthralled and so inspired by these women that they see on TV that they don't realize these hoes be broke as hell. Look how many got PPP loans and scams and are doing time or got to pay that money back. That's like 80% of these brides that was on the internet popping it. You know, they was telling you, all you got to do is get a business and a $20,000 loan. Right. $20,000, baby. Listen, you know the easiest way to get $20,000 is if you value saving $1,000 20 times. That's the easiest way. Wait, what? If I value saving $1,000 20 times, yeah, that's the easiest way to $20,000. Why? Because you want to be quick to spend it. I won't be quick to spend it. What you talking about, Sandy Nash? What? Think about it. If you can save $20,000, $1,000 at a time, you won't be quick to get rid of it. Easy come, easy go. But to the subject matter at hand with the black relationships, the problem is this: nobody wants to be vulnerable. Boils down to vulnerability. A lot of fellas will refuse to tell the truth about themselves, which is so dangerous and so scary that, bruh, do you realize that the more you tell the truth about yourself, the more nobody can use it against you anyways? Think about like this videos that come after me. They be like, nigga, you broke. Nigga, you broke. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. I say, cool. Yeah, I am broke, man. I am broke, and yeah, you ain't got no money. I don't. Because now that's gone. Fellas, if you tell the truth, it doesn't matter. Yeah, nigga, that's why you ain't got this, you ain't got that. I don't. Don't got it. So don't come here looking for it. Sorry. Oh, oops. I remember they tried to clown Michael B. Jordan for letting his mom and dad stay with him, and this moron decided to move his parents out. You Michael B. Jordan, bruh. You got 2 other houses in 2 other states. What the hell you care about? I wish I would care about what the internet think about me. What the majority of these people that talk trash in their lives, bro, majority of them live a life I wouldn't even value. There's a dude that makes a lot of effing videos dissing me, right? That man's woman is built like me 30 pounds ago. All fat and nasty. And I'm listening. And I'm listening to this moron trash talk, and I'm like, but look at who you go home with. And you stay in a city that, nigga, I will never show up at. I ain't going there. You can't even afford my lifestyle, bro. And I don't even mean you can't afford my lifestyle like you poor, which he is. But I mean, bro, you can't even afford my lifestyle because I don't care about your lifestyle. That ain't nothing I look at and go, dang, bro. Maybe you saying something I should listen to. No. Ain't no way. Fellas, open up, tell the truth. Man, how about this? And I'm just saying this for one person. I don't care about all the others. I really don't care. I'm saying this emphatically. How about this? Just tell the truth. Hey, man, I don't want to get in a relationship and feel used and abused. I don't want somebody to take me for my money and then they come up and next thing you know, I'm looking over my shoulder while I'm struggling with bills. And you up there about $5,000, $10,000 up and about to leave and I ain't got nothing. I just gave you 2-3 years of my life. You can tell that truth. Because what can women say after that? What could they really say? If you say, I don't want y'all stealing from me, man, I'm not trying to die alone, but I'm definitely not trying to sit up here and help you build yourself for the next man to go ahead and take home. What type of moron is that? Because at the end of the day, nobody wants a relationship where they're feeling used. This is what it is. It just is what it is. You can do that. The ladies ain't telling the truth. The ladies is the biggest liars. Women are bigger liars than men are. They are. Oops. They do things to make them feel. We do things to try to understand. It's a difference. That's where our logic comes from. Our logic typically goes from understanding. That's why when she over there pissed off and you tap her on the shoulder with that little puppy dog face. What's wrong with you? We're trying to understand. But she's going off of feelings. I tell this story a lot, a whole lot. The girl I was dealing with before my ex, we was dating, and she used to be on the truck with me, bruh. She used to be with me. We spent probably 23 hours and 30 minutes a day for 4 months. She had the phone. I ain't even had a phone. She knew when the company called, here you go. And literally, she would have it and do whatever she wanted because I didn't really care. At the time, bro, I was a sports fanatic. All I needed was ESPN radio. That's all I needed. Turn that thing on, cut the sound off in the back. She doing whatever she do. She even got the laptop, watching whatever, running the internet off the phone. I don't care. I'm just happy being me. She happy being her. We happy together at the time. Man, this is why I say feelings. And men go for understanding. She woke up one time, I'll never forget this. We was in somewhere in Wyoming. Somewhere in Wyoming, bro. She woke up pissed. Go to the front of the truck. And I'm like, we practicing safe. You ain't nothing broken over here. I don't break none of them rubbers. Show we been hitting everything safely. Ain't no lay down and take nothing raw. So I'm like, yo. She like, yeah. So I go sit on the passenger seat because she in the driver one because I'm thinking like she about to start this thing up and just kill us now. I'm like, what the hell wrong? But I didn't teach her how to drive stick shift, so kind of good. Now she been paying attention, it wouldn't be that hard. You talking to other women. Bitch, excuse me? Who you talking to? What other women? I said, no. Turns out she had a dream. I had a dream. And a lot of women will literally tell her that she had her homegirls at the time, he cheating on you. That's why I don't like know if I'm in a relationship with a woman, don't hang out with no single women. Don't. I had to literally talk this woman through our last 4 months together and how she had control of the phone the whole entire time. Got some good head that night though. I'll give you that one right there. Definitely got some good head. Definitely got topped off to the moon. To the moon! Because it was stupid. But fellas, that's what happens all the time. They listen to all this stuff of all these other people, these morons who are in relationships with a lot of these women that are scamming them, that are trying to sit up here and chase their youth through their drawers and through their penis. You know what I'm saying? That's the women that they sit up here and listen to that are sitting in these stupid relationships that nobody cares about, that we don't. I just sat there and tried to watch some of these shows for about 15 minutes, and I'm sitting there like, so all they do is take baths every day, get drunk, go to these meaningless meetings. Songs are trash and nobody cares about, while the man is up there trying to promise the same exact lifestyle that she's living. And y'all think this real? No. Y'all think this is real? Like this is really what you want to do with your life? Eat grapes, drink wine, or a candlelit bath every single... You don't think that... Why do you think they got seasons? Even they can't continuously do this crap. They go on vacations and ain't did nothing. Them hoes don't work. The networks work. They got to create storylines. These morons are based off of personality to sell you something. Maybe it's Maybelline. Come on. Come on. A lot of you ladies, and I get it. It's intrigue. It's drama. Drama sells. Men like drama too. No, don't ever believe we don't. That's why the NFL is king right now. They sell you what's called hard knocks. They sell you weekly drama and then they get rid of it. It's all high intensity. That's why you have what's called rivals. My favorite team, the New York Giants. Team when I was considering myself a fan that I hated, the Cowboys. I hated them. Hated them. I ain't even from New York. At the time, I hadn't even been to Dallas. I ain't never even met none of these players. I had no reason to hate these people. But I hated the Cowboys. F the Cowboys. Awesome. F the Eagles. Hate them too. F the Washington Commanders. Never been there. Never met a single player. Never had any interaction with these individuals. But because of previous drama, previous history, we play these guys twice a year. I ain't even on the team, but we play these guys twice a year. So a dirty play that might have happened last season, bro, we finna go get some get back. That's drama. That's drama. Heckler Koch. I don't know what you talking about, but you can get up out of here. Ain't no disrespecting that woman a day in your life. You a weirdo. You a weirdo. And if you was ever in my face and ever disrespected that woman like that, I would send your teeth flying down the back of your throat at warp speed. These big Congolese African knuckles, they really, really, really work. And I've been in that gym heavy too. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't like doing 21s, because I can't really go out there and disrespect women like that, bro. I just can't. I just see how Aaron the Plumber do it, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. No disrespect to him. That's his hustle. Get your hustle on. I just know I can't do it. I just know I basically can't do it. Me personally. And like I said, I'm not tripping off of, him doing whatever he doing. Shout out to him. Let them cats do whatever they do. But me, said Nash, can't do it. Be fair. But anyways, back to the issue at hand, because it's really not an issue. When we look at these things that we have that's quote unquote relationship, tell the truth about yourself first. Tell it. Tell it. Tell it. Tell your fears. You tell your fears, nobody, no freaking body can ever use it against you to hurt you like that. Y'all fear mine. I fear going broke. I just copped a truck. That thing in Phoenix waiting on me. I got something I got to do real quick to make this little $3,300 real quick in a week. Let me go ahead and run this real quick. Hey, homie, you need me to do this real quick? You gonna pay me 33? All right, bro. We can do that. We can do that. It's going to push back my plans, but that's $3,300 I didn't have before. I'm going to get the biggest check I've gotten ever in my life. That's not a loan that I don't have to pay back on Tuesday. It should be here Monday, but probably Tuesday. But you know what's crazy? You want to know the craziest part about it all? Hey, I'm not even finna act like I got it. You won't see no difference in Ceddy Nash at all. All I'm going to do is just go harder, because that's my fear. I fear going broke. I fear going homeless. Since I fear that much, I got to make sure now, hey, my fear is kicking in. I'm starting to realize, dang, bro, hey, you done got a super chubby, brother. You got to do something. I fast 3 times a day now. 3 times a day, 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I fast. I don't eat nothing. If it get real bad, I'll drink a ginger ale. But other than that, yeah, no, that's it. That's Ceddy Nash's fears. Anybody want to take, do you fear going broke, bro? Yeah, because I've been homeless before. I started on my adulthood homeless. 17, lost it all, sleeping in the levee. Sacramento, California, levee. Cousin took me in. Then a buster who had nothing but pure intent acted like they was family, and they actually turned out not to be family. So I stayed with that person for a minute. And then once I started thinking I could get my own wings going and start flapping, I jumped off my own self, did my own thing. Then boom, next thing you know, 24 years old, homeless again. Staying in the truck that I had that was provided to me by Swift Transportation. Nowhere to go. Had a storage, and that's it. Didn't have a home address at the time. Was using the family members. Truth. Then turned around, got back into the drug game and stuff like that. Got back into the weed game. Lost it all. 27 years old. Broke. Stand in the back of my red Charger, the same Charger I got out there. That's the reason that Charger ain't went nowhere, because it's still the same $2 bills I had still sitting there, because in my mind I'm still broke. Why am I telling y'all this? Because can't nobody use nothing against me. Can't nobody use nothing against me. I'll tell you the truth before I let you lie on me. It is what it is. I could spin that a whole nother way and say, I got a paid for a car out there that I just spent $7,000 on, make sure that it's all good. And it's about to go back in the shop for more body work because I want that girl to look pretty. That's my little Pepper Ann right there. I could do that. But what am I bragging for? Ask yourself this one, ladies and gentlemen. In the grand scheme of all of this stuff, you know we're going to die soon, right? You know you're closer to death today than you were yesterday, right? You made it yesterday. You didn't make it today. You got a whole couple hours to make it to the very next day. Do you know one of these days it's not going to be the same? You're never coming back. So the question is, how much have you experienced in this life, and did you give it all? Did you give it 100%? Because if you did not, then your life is going to be useless. Why is it useless? Because you didn't use it. You allowed other people to take your talents, to take your time in promise of a paycheck, and you decided to do nothing about it. Useless to yourself. See, part of the reason why some of these individuals are bad with relationships, part of the reason why black relationships are really going to hell is because of accountability. Because you got to look at that man and come up with an idea or some type of BS lie, which a lot of y'all do, as to why you couldn't hold up to your end of the bargain. Ain't nothing like a man who done lost his job after he done put in a couple of hard months or hard years to come home to his wife or girlfriend and say, I just lost my job. He ain't trying to sit up here and hear you say what happened. He'll get there after he figure out the next move. Oh, the man never told you that, huh? You want to know why? Scared. Because it's not about what you can do. It's all about what he can do now. You feel played. You feel betrayed. You gave these people some of the best years of your life for them to kick you square in your ass without a real explanation. I've watched this happen to a multitude of friends. Married, not married, with children, no children, teenager, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and yes, some 70-year-olds. Because for men, we internalize it's only what we can do for everybody else. There has always been a point in a moment in every male's life where he says this: ain't nobody coming to save me. I'm really out here all by myself. I'm really alone. Because we've been told this BS lie, which is not even true, that you had to get a black woman because a black woman understands you, when y'all don't. You can't. You will not. You don't get it. You don't get it because we don't get you. Your man don't know that you over there praying for him as he leaves, because you see the messaging that the news and that other people do, that they say about young black men or black men in general when they go outside, how they targets. We don't even know we stress you the hell out when we not even around you and you can't talk to us. Fellas, she's stressed. Because the last man that promised her came up short. The last man who promised her got more out of her than she was willing to give to herself. The last man was not a man, and she got hit with the facade and the image of what a man is, and that was never it. He just lied real well. Fellas, can we admit something? Nigga, don't we know how to lie? And I know y'all know what I'm talking about because I can do y'all one better. Remember that fine woman that you finally got the chance to get up in there and you thought you was finna take it all the way to Pound Town with a whole locomotive and you last about 5 minutes? Had to apologize and say this line, that ain't never happened to me before. Was it good? I know I ain't the only one. I know I ain't the only one. Like, I drove 2 hours for something I wanted for about a good year. Oh, I got in there, took the whole shirt off. Thought I was Superman. Boy, she hit me with that little, and start. Now I'm dead like this. Send me a message. It was a video. I mean, gone. I ain't never slept with that woman again. Yo, I ain't never slept with that woman again. I never hit that shit again in my life. I never hit it again after that, bro. It was that disappointing for her. It was that disappointing. 2 hours she waiting, getting dressed, cooking and singing and all that. House all clean, spick and span. You feel me? The kids, you know what I'm saying? The kids done got picked up, you know what I'm saying? They with grandma and everything. Mama about to have the time of her life. I ain't even last longer than the first commercial break. So, you know what? It felt like she got played. Felt like she got played. You got all that. I gave you all that. And this what I get in return? It's like somebody doing like this. And then you come back and you do this. You don't understand the illustration. I just gave some dollars and then came back and put pennies in your hands or cents. Ain't the same. And I can live with that. So you know what I learned? Before I go get some cat, I'm finna go in that bathroom and jack one off. I'm finna blast one out. It's just the truth. It is what it is. Do you feel like once you make a mistake that it's done? No crying over spilled milk. It depends. It depends on your contrition. I definitely got mine. It depends on your contrition. It depends on your need to apologize, how you apologize, and if you told the truth. And if you told the truth, then live with the fact that you are no longer in control. See, women have that problem way worse than men. Women want control way more. You ever got your heart broke? Hell yeah. I'm stepped on, kicked on. Hell yeah. I thought I was finna get married. And the bride cheated on me. You know what I did? I ain't gonna hold you. I just packed up her stuff and didn't deal with it. I suppressed it. I'll be fair. I just straight up suppressed it. I didn't deal with it at all. I did not deal with it. And then when I thought I was dealing with it, I wasn't dealing with it at all. I just said, oh, all right, cool. That's how it is. Cheat back and mess with her friends? Nah, because I was pissed. I was hella mad because this, I could say it this way. I didn't plan on being with another woman in life. When I was with that woman, I literally thought, this it. I ain't got to worry no more. The race is over. I ain't got to chase nothing again. Nigga, I wasn't even looking at nothing. I was one of them ones where it's like, yeah, she trying to talk to you, bro. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm gonna pass. Yeah, hell no, I'm good. But I ain't never cheated on a woman I've been with though. But I ain't been in hella relationships either. So there's that part. Please take that part in consideration. I ain't been in a bunch of relationships. I've probably been in more relationships in my teenage years than my adulthood. You feel me? And your teenage years only last, what, 6 years? So 13 to 19, I've been in more relationships than I did from 20 all the way to 35, 15 years. Tell the truth. But yeah, hell yeah. Definitely shit. My ex broke my goddamn heart. Sure did. Sure did. Yeah, 100%. Broke it in pieces. And the problem that I had was at the time, because it's actually funny, because I texted her 2 days ago and was like, thank you. Do I fall in love easy? Hell no. Nah. Hell no. Nah. Because my eyes work better than my ears. I see what you're doing. I see it. You can tell me anything you want. My eyes work way better than my ears. Hell nah. My thing is this. I don't mind holding back. I don't. As far as expressed emotions and all that crap, because at the end of the day, it's based off what I do. It's not what I say. It's not none of that crap. Now, y'all do need to go get tested. I'm gonna put this out there right there. Go get tested. And what I mean is not just the STD test. Y'all need the love language test. I believe in that thing. Go get that, because some of y'all really don't know. The way you get her is the way you keep her. If you was the dude that was opening the doors and waking her up and singing and everything, and you are so beautiful to me, you better do it every day till she tell you stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why y'all can't. And I think is my pride too big. I was always taught not to let a female see you weak or stressing over anything she puts you through, and just take it to the chin. That's true. Don't ever let them. I believe that 100%. Some may call that toxic masculinity. You don't ever, and this is just my opinion. Y'all can disagree all you want. This is where I might get blowback. Ain't no woman ever gonna see me cry unless somebody done died, and you definitely ain't never gonna see me stressed. I don't care if the world is burning. I don't care if my leg just got cut off. Nah. I don't care if they walked up and put a house repossessed. Nah. Ain't no woman ever gonna see me cry and see me stressed. That's just not gonna happen. I'm not that guy. I'm just not. That's me. Because I believe that the ship is right as long as the captain is right. Nah, don't do that. Don't start off with the let me pay your bills and let me get this and get that and everything. Nah. Keep that stuff simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Date night, simple. Don't be going on these extravagant, let me buy you all this and buy you all that. Nah, hell to the no. Because if you do, you better understand what type of relationship that is. Lawnmower man, what's happening? You better understand what type of relationship that is. I can tell y'all this story for sure. I got like 4 of these where, now mind you, I will admit, Sadie Nash will admit, I will admit, I'm a little shallow. The woman I deal with, she got to be gorgeous. I'm gonna be fair. I'm superficial. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm superficial. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm superficial because I'm handsome. I'm very handsome. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Can't nobody take this handsome. Hey, I got these brown eyes right here too. These straight teeth. That's natural. This nice little. You know what I'm saying? This facial structure right here. And I'm tall. Yeah, and I'm tall. Yeah, I got that stomach on me. True indeed. Fat boy. But fat boy got real life, real muscles out here. Yeah, I'm very attractive in dang near every category. I ain't broke either. You hear me? I might not dress like everybody else, but I'm confident in how I walk. But anyways, to it. There's this gorgeous woman I was talking to from freaking Memphis, but she stayed in Dallas. Bruh. Used to hit me with the FaceTime, naked, gorgeous body. I mean, goddamn, the fake titties and stuff like that, natural ass. Ladies, we don't want the BBLs, but if you want them fake titties, them nice ones that sit up and everything, your areolas like this, oh, shout it. Hey, chocolate milk in the house, let's do it. Anyways, long story short, chitting and chatting and all that and everything. And I got asked for $500. Mind you, I never met this individual. We talk. See, I'm not quick to hurry up to rush to meet nobody either. See, because I understand certain things certain things I want to do, and certain things I want out of life. So I got to find out what they want in life. And then we see if we can coexist that way. And what I knew and what I found out, hey, let's just say I found out that what she wanted and what I wanted was two different things. I wanted to get money and she wanted my money. There's a difference. So when she asked for that $500, I said, yeah, no. And when she started coming up with the excuses, I gave her excuses. Was I just need $500 for my rent, or we gonna get evicted and all this stuff. I'm like, damn, me too. I'm trying to get my 500 too. Shoot, I'm down to my last 500. Cause if I don't pay this rent, I'm gonna be out. Then I ain't gonna have nowhere to go. Don't you got your mama you can go stay with? I can't stay with my mama. When they come with excuses, give them something too. Free game. Anyone would come up with all these excuses about her bills and all that crap and everything, bruh, I damn near say give them more devastating one. You need, what I should have said, you need $500. I'm about to ask you. If you can loan me $1,000, I'll get it back to you in 2 weeks. Yeah. Because if you are starting off the relationship in material, it will never materialize into anything. Ladies, if y'all in these relationships with these men seeking money, oh, he gotta have this money, he gotta have this money. Can I ask you, do you think that if he's willing to give money like that to you, that he can't give it to 2 or 3 other women? Now, if you cool with that, cool. Hey, just be prepared. A man who can lead with his wallet is a man who knows that he can lead a bunch of women, and be cool with your spot. Don't come here looking for no man that got bread and think he about to be only solid and official to you. Who the do you think you is? Y'all just heard Tracy Ellis Ross just tell the truth. She sounded like a whole man. You could have replaced Tracy Ellis Ross with a man and literally y'all would have hated him. But when it's a woman, there you go. She said, yeah, I'm out here getting clapped by young men. Because they listen, and the men of my age, they're all in the toxic masculinity. What if we would have did a switcheroo and would have put the men right there and would have said, hey, I only deal with women that are younger than me because the women out here right now, they got this toxic femininity going. They act like they my boyfriend. They want to tell me what to do. Like, I got to all my success listening to them. I got here, I learned how to get my millions or get my money without them. See, Tracy Ellis Ross, she got millions. And she thinks that allows her to have a different position in the dynamics of her relationship with men who are as successful as her. When her success is given to her based on Diana Ross, her mama. You didn't earn that. You kept it going. Shout out. But the majority of female millionaires were given their money. They didn't earn it. And that's not to say her roles of playing Joan or my girlfriends, like that didn't, like all that and whatever roles that she got afterwards that I didn't see. It's not to say that her trials and tribulations in a male-dominated society in Hollywood, that's minimalized. No, not at all. But she started off with money. Don't forget that. She's Diana Ross's daughter. It's not like she's somebody else's daughter who had to come up out the mud and get it. No. She had a head start. And shout out to her mama for putting her in that position. That's what you want to do. That's no knock to her. Yeah. If you don't know who Diana Ross is, you better go look up that Michael Jackson song. Dirty Diana. No. Oh. What you thought that Dirty Diana song was about? That was about Tracy Ellis Ross' mama. Yeah, you didn't know? Yeah, she was hunching on Mike when he was fresh out, ready to get some. She used to have that boy eat. Man, hold on. Let me see if I can do this here. Boy, this topic y'all would pray for a woman to do to you. She used to have Michael Jackson eating out her palm of her hand. Off the palm of her hand. I'll just be nice about it. Oh, yeah, you 27. You don't know nothing. You ain't experienced enough life. Don't let me say it that way.
Diana Ross, you were there, and now again you are.
Yeah, they try to say that she was touching on him when he was a little boy. Let me see. Interview.
A mob from two of the world's greatest
Hold
artists.
on. Look no more. We both found what we were looking for. Oh, right here. Where's that? Is this right here? Yeah, this gotta be it right here.
That you were gonna get so sexy.
She had this nigga over here blushing.
You're embarrassing me. Well, I always knew you would. What? Be sexy. Do you guys think she's sexy?
Now, mind you, she dominated him. Anytime you see a person leaning over and doing all that, they the dominant one in the relationship. She used to have Michael Jackson ready to eat cheese out her butt. I'm just gonna keep it authentic with y'all. But shout out to her. I'm not here to hate at all. I rock with it. But yeah, Diana Ross, yeah, baby. Yeah, she was like that. But yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross, her mama. That's what that is. No matter. Don't mean nothing negative, but we're just gonna tell the truth because the truth always has to be told. And if it's told, then that you can get some understanding in life. It just is what it is. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this one. I'm gonna make a synopsis real quick for the sake of the title of the video. The reason why black relationships are failing is because there is a ton of holding back. There is no truth. There is no truth because nobody cares to understand. Nobody cares to understand because everybody is too busy trying to figure out how to get what they want. Yet nobody understands. In order to get what you want, you're going to have to give up some things. And we always hear the term, and we hear it more from women than we do from men. Oh, I'm just going to settle. Ladies don't understand. When you say settle, you're talking about settling for less. Well, what the hell better were you going to get than me? Men feel devalued and feel like women overvalue themselves. Women feel that what they do is not valued enough. Just is what it is. In a day and age of social engineering and social media, we are understanding more and more that we are pitted against each other because nobody trusts each other. How could you? You've not seen successful relationships from people typically around your age group. You have to be the one that is the successful one. And when you are the first one that is successful, you never spout out or rarely spout out the hardships that you endure while you go through it. One, because sometimes you feel like it's inimitable, meaning it is a one of one that is only to you. No, for two people to sit together, to get naked together, to get sick together, to experience all seasons together, it will not be easy. I keep looking at your face. It ain't as beautiful as it used to be, unless you're doing something I really like, which you can't do 100% of the time because you have things that you have to worry about. Effective communication is dying, even though we text more, we talk more, we read more. Some people, we're getting done without reading. If you're reading the caption and you start reading a whole bunch of other things, you can get clickbaited and all these things. You are still reading. The black relationships are dying because ownership is not in the cards anymore. The stress of living in society and pitting yourself with a bunch of people, aka apartments or neighborhoods that you don't even care to be in. If you don't like where you lay your head at, how the hell can you like the person that you lay your head at with? It's impossible. Nobody wants to tell the truth anymore. And the truth of the matter is that everything is dying. And some of us are dying to cry out that we actually want somebody in our life, but we're dying because we don't want the criticism or the harsh critics to come after us to say we don't deserve. Because you typically don't. Nobody deserves what the hell they're asking for, and nobody wants to tell the truth and say that. Mother of 4. Couple of baby daddies. Let yourself go. Millionaires don't want you. Lady, that's a dime. That's gorgeous. Don't want the dude that's working for minimum wage. It's just the facts. You don't make money. That gorgeous woman with that flat tone body and all that stuff, with the and all that, she don't want you. You're not in the class of that. Men can accept that and choose still not to do anything, but still complain about how there's no love out here. When in general, if you were searching for love, those women with the cellulite and all that stuff and everything like that, those be the first ones on the plate because you know that they're genuine, at least. Ladies, men are not your financial relief. Stop coming with the old credo that, oh, he has to pay all my bills because that's how they used to do it. Yeah, and houses used to be $50,000 too. And the wage gap between men and women were so ridiculous that you wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't do any research. We're talking about $20,000 to $10,000 annually, which means every year, which means by the 10-year mark, he had already made $200,000 more than you. That don't exist anymore. Fellas, tell her the truth. You don't want to feel used. Ladies, tell him the truth. You don't want your body used. But we're all losing something. Time. You're losing your health. You're losing your hair. You're losing all of these things. You want to know why? Because life is stressful. Life takes time. Life is going to take away from you. It's going to take everybody you love, everything you love, and take you in the midst of it all. So you might want to have your funeral filled with people that you actually like. You might want to have somebody look down in your casket and say, at least they lived a life that was full. Went out on their terms. But if you are one of those people saying, I don't need a relationship, then why are you here? If you're one of those people saying, I don't need any of this and I don't need any of that, I can use my money or I can use this, then why the hell are you here? Why step inside of an arena that says that we like this specific car and say, well, I like this car. We'll go over there. You're not welcome there. But tell some truth today. Stop lying. Don't worry about being judged. You're already being judged. And the people that are judging you, I promise you, you do not care about the way that they live. The people who are judging you, let me tell you something. Those aren't even people. People who come through and then judge you and all that. Think about how harsh of a life they live that they had to lash out to try to get somebody to look at them from disrespecting you. I'll tell you one thing. Since I learned sacrifice, I never had to worry about rent again. Since I learned patience, I never worry about what people will do or what people say anymore. And that's still a road. I'm not perfect, not never going to be perfect, but we'll search for perfection where it doesn't exist and try to mold it into whatever I can. You should do the same. You should do the same. Do not listen to people's success stories and think it's going to become yours, because what you call and what you deem success, they may not. I had a successful week. You want to know why? Because I went to the gym 6 times a week. I fasted 3 times this week. But you know what? It doesn't even matter. It's all about next week. Oops. It's all about next week. Why is it all about next week? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is it all about next week? Because the past is done. Fellas, if you are hurting off of what the last woman did to you, can I ask you the question? When it was at its highest heights, wasn't it great? When it was at the best, when she was just gorgeous, when it was just all going for you, ain't that worth it? No matter the lows. That's what I said in that interview. It's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. It's better to risk and try than never to try at all. What's the point? What's the point? There is a point. So, hey, it is what it is. You want to react to this and everything, go ahead. And I know there's going to be some people, if they do, there's people that react to me or react to this and everything and try to make fun of me. Let me ask you a question for those of you who would. I guarantee you this. I live rent free in your head. I'm your daddy. I own you. What's the lowest point you've ever been? What's the lowest point you ever been with a woman? The lowest point I've ever been with a woman. For the first time I had ever moved in with a woman and it wasn't my place. That's probably the lowest that I got because I allowed her to go through and do so much stuff. It wasn't with other men, but it just was like, nigga, you tripping. You straight up tripping. Hell nah. She talking to you like she crazy. And I let that go on for about a month. And then I was like, hold on, bro. Yeah, this her spot. But when I came in off of my apartment shift where I had all my stuff in my apartment. And yeah, it was like, what the hell? Nah, we ain't doing that. And I understood it a lot, but I just didn't know what I didn't know. And what I didn't know was it was time to get rid of all that crap. And what I mean when I say crap, I mean her, the individual, the person. That was a crap person, and I should not have messed with that. But at that point in time in life, I was willing to forego so many things in order to have a place to call home. And I ain't gonna lie, the sex was amazing. Like, we had like the best threesomes ever. Like, we used to bring hoes home. But it wasn't the power dynamic of me being the man. It wasn't there. It just wasn't. I had to be a man. I ain't gonna lie. I have to. It's just in me. I done had the gorgeous woman with the nice house, and I'm the goddamn boy toy, you feel me? Bring me around all the friends and stuff and gotta be funny and all that crap. I've done that. I've been that person where, yeah, the lady was gorgeous as hell and had the nice house and all this stuff. Bruh, I felt like I was a toy. Straight up toy. Flat out. And I'm like, this ain't it, bruh. This ain't it. I'm suppressing the hell out of myself being here. And the worst part is I could go back today. And the amount of money that I make now still don't even matter to what she makes. This woman, never mind. Yeah. Because she probably up some M's right now. But I like the best pipe. I don't care. It is what it is. That's why that bride who dissed me got my name tattooed on her head. Hey, baby. Yeah, if y'all was in the beginning stages of Setting Nash, the first diss video I had, and it always happens, was a woman. Happiness don't matter, bro. I ain't gonna. I'm not one of those people who preaches happiness at all. No. Yeah, in the beginning stages of Setting Nash, man, the first person that dissed me was a woman that I had slept with before I had got with my ex. but she had my name tattooed on her hand. And she was saying some crazy stuff. And mind you, at the time, I couldn't even afford what she had said I had did. I'm like, where this money come from? Mimi, what's happening? Yeah, she was like, yeah, Sadie Nash got my tits done and got my nose done and everything. And worst part is, my daughter seen that video, bro. I was hot. Like, I was hella mad. My daughter, Dad, why is she saying these things about you? What happened? Whew. Explain that to a teenage daughter. I'm like, darling, listen, one of these days, hopefully you never experience a man that can make you so mad that you embarrass yourself online. I just left it at that. But good times, very good times. Best of times, worst of times. Anyways, listen, I appreciate y'all. I should have just named this. I should have just kept on putting speak on it as far as like episodes and stuff, but I feel like the titles are better. This is what I like to do. I normally would just go on Instagram and do all this crap, but I feel like YouTube is where I need to do it because this is where I'm known at. But y'all have a blessed one. Happy Passover to you all. For the rest of y'all who celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you all. But y'all know my religion, so it is what it is.